Bum bum wow. Bum bum wow 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 bum bum wow. Bum bum wow 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 bum bum wow 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 wow. Bum bum wow.
Welcome, War Bear.
Bum bum wow 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 bum bum wow.
Just putting the banana suit away.
Bum bum wow 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 bum bum wow 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 wow. Bum bum wow. Bum bum wow 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 bum bum wow.
Welcome, welcome, everybody.
Bum bum wow 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 bum bum wow 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 wow.
Waiting on Ohio Fire Bear to come on back and finish his wonderful story. GDI guy. Welcome, welcome, man.
Bum bum wow. Bum bum wow wow.
Yes, Ohio Fire Bear. Welcome back.
Bum bum wow wow. Bum bum wow. Bum bum bum.
Nice. Bajo Bear, welcome.
It's me. So, you would have the panda, wouldn't you?
Dude, I have one literally. Can you see that?
Oh, that's dope.
One
I
of my
like it.
buddies gave it $20, and I literally we were in his bedroom, and I would just like put my arm on his bed, like he put a towel and everything, and we were just smoking pot, and I was watching like cartoons. Are we back?
Yeah, goddamn grabblers.
Well, like there was like this big long like notification message that covered my whole screen. I was like, I'm not gonna read that. It just took me a while to hit okay.
Yeah,
But
I'm the most banned man on social media, so be careful messing with me. But
so I
anyway,
got that. My buddy did it for $20
that
as
is
we were smoking
that's
and
pretty
watching
dope.
Spider-Man cartoons.
That is a good deal.
Indeed.
So I'll wrap up the story. It's not too much longer. So we're like, oh, that was like, I was like, man, I wanted to be called a Nazi. Like I came here, like the people who called me Nazi are like right there, and they didn't even do it. This is disappointing. So we all get back in the bus, and they start like bumping like Russian house music, like like techno or whatever. It's really funny. And then they had American flags in the bus. Our bus driver, the guy who owned the bus, this younger cat, he's I think it was like Army Rangers or whatever. He's got an AR-15 hooked on the bus. There's like hooks for his AR right there, and he's got an earpiece and like a vest, and he's just riding the bus like our Secret Service driver. And he's they're bumping this Russian house, and there's all these flags. And so we put the flags out the window. So this big white racist bus is driving down like downtown Cleveland, and we're just waving the flags out the window, screaming, "God bless America! God bless America!" We're getting mad love. Like we actually saw like I think we only saw like the antique like one. They must have like ran to their cars and got out. Because as soon as they turned around and left and it was over, we went right to that bus and we started going around looking for them. Because, you know, that's what they like doing. They want to fuck with them. They want to find some of them, like, and fuck with them, fight them. I don't know. And so, not really my style, but I just kind of go along for the ride, you know? And so anyways, we're waving these flags. We're getting a bunch of love from the people. And we saw, like, I think we saw a few of them like in a car because like what car flicked us off on like as it was driving past us, but that was it. And so we're like, well, what do we do now? And they're like, well, let's go to Lakewood. And if you know anything about Lakewood, it's right outside of Cleveland. It's the like third gayest city in America, right? So you've got you've got like you got sodomy pride flags everywhere. Black Lives Matter, like murals painted, right? So we go right into like the den of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we're waving our flags and screaming out the window. And the bus driver, like, I don't know, I'm very loud, if you can't tell. And I think I was yelling the loudest because he goes, "Hey man, I got something for you." He reaches behind the seat and he pulls out a megaphone and he gives it to me. And I'm like, "Sir, you couldn't have picked a better person." I was like, I'm going to use this to the extreme. And so I just perched out the window and we were just riding past people just yelling, "God bless." I said this over and over again. "God bless America and God bless Americans, the greatest country in the world." Like I was announcing like a wrestling match. And I was yelling that just loud as fuck. And we were like rolling past like outdoor dining, and there'd be 100 people sitting there. And it was typically just, I said that, I just repeat that over and over again. But then I was like, I'm a fucking Pizzagate guy. I'm a fucking conspiracy guy. Tom Hanks is a pedophile, like go to his Twitter. I've been on this shit for a long time, and so I don't know like what they're ready for, like they're all like, fucking libtards, and I'm with them on that to an extent, but I don't know how much they can accept. So I kind of warm up the waters with, I'm like, "God bless America, God bless Americans, Joe Biden is a pedophile," and I like look around, and they're just like, they're loving it. I'm like, all right, perfect. So I'm screaming Joe Biden is a pedophile out this bus on a megaphone at like full like outdoor dining areas, just yelling it at him. And and then I channeled my inner Alex Jones, and I'm like, "Hillary Clinton eats babies. Joe Biden is a pedophile. Pizzagate is real. Tom Hanks is a pedophile." And like,
all the frogs are gay.
Yeah.
Atrazine.
Yeah, the frogs are fucking gay. Atrazine. See, and now I know you're a real OG, because a lot of people know the meme about the gay frogs. They don't know what it's actually about.
Right.
So, but I always like to like correct people. They're like, "Oh yeah, Alex Jones." I'm like, "Yeah, I love ripping on the sweaty meatball too now these days." But at the same time, do you know what he was talking about? Atrazine, bullfrogs, changing sex, and then having full clutches. Like, it's in our water.
I know he peddles a lot of bullshit and boner pills, but sometimes he gets some, like, even a wrong clock is right twice a day, is the saying, right?
Exactly. So I always like to, like, remind people, like, yeah, the guy sucks, but do you understand that atrazine is in our water and it increases every year? And it's probably why all these boys think they're girls and all these girls think they're boys.
Well, that plus bad parenting, but continue.
Yeah, it's a combination of things for sure. But anyways, I'm just like screaming out the window. At one point, we go by the casino, Jack's Casino in downtown Cleveland, and there's it's just like this little area that you have to turn in, and there's a lot of lights. So we just kind of go in, and we're like stuck in this area. And I'm screaming out the window, and I'm listening to this. There were Black Hebrew Israelites who had a thing like,
yes.
and I'm yelling out the window, "Joe Biden is a pedophile. Hillary Clinton eats babies. God bless America. God bless Americans." And they're just like, "Man, shit." And it was great. It was a fun day. I literally had a megaphone, but I yelled until my voice was hoarse. It was fantastic. And yeah, I love those guys. And if Joe Biden can limp his ass to the presidential debate, I will be downtown in Cleveland with the boys. That debate. But since they shot that guy in, I don't want to give away our everything. I'm sure there's a ton of Antifa watching. But since that one guy got shot in Portland, executed by Antifa recently from Patriot Prayer, we consider them brothers. And so we won't be wearing our Perrys, which is the black and yellow Proud Boy shirts, like our uniform basically. We're going to be in plain clothes just so to make it a little harder for some unhinged meth head communist to shoot us, you know. But we're gonna be there, and we have some backup plans. We're gonna have a car. I'm not gonna say everything, but if things get spicy, we will have plenty of things on hand to defend ourselves and defend the innocent if it comes to it. But we're hoping it'll just be just a good old fun time. Maybe some maybe a couple street brawls, you know, just something typical.
Yeah.
But
A good Thursday night.
I love kicking a commie in the head. That's one of my favorite things. And they have such
Well,
thick
it's easier than hitting a pinata.
It's just, yeah, exactly, bro. You can't hurt them. Their skulls are so thick that they're communist. You know, there's not much you can do. Like, it'll just bounce. It's not a big deal. It's like you ever like been around a pit bull? You know, like you can fucking punch a pit bull in the head. They ain't gonna hurt it. Like it literally just look at you. Huh? Huh? What?
Yep.
Huh? Did you just tickle me? Same concept with commies, but it hurts them a little bit more. But no risk of hurting them really. But yeah, that's my Proud Boy story. Thanks for letting me tell it. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. It was very entertaining.
Good.
My Proud Boy story is much less entertaining. Before I got doxxed on Facebook, I tried to join them, and like the first like stage or whatever, they were like, make a video and say the phrase that you said, and I just thought it was a really funny phrase, so I couldn't say it without laughing, so they didn't let me in.
I don't blame them. They're cautious, you know.
It's very skittish group.
Yeah, no, they are. They are. It's funny. Like when we went out there, there was some commie journalist who took pictures of us all, and the next day there's like this really professional picture of me and the guys, right, that they put in the group chat that they have, and it was funny. Like I picked up really quick that they don't like if I take pictures I can't share them. Like don't share them. They don't want to be doxxed and stuff. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. I was sharing the picture of me from the rally. Like I cut them out because I look badass. I'm carrying like a jug of holy water, and like I just looked like the man. I'm the oppressor man. I'm here to oppress some minorities. What's up? And I looked good, and so I don't give a shit. I dox myself, you know. So if you do that, then it's impossible to be doxed. And the thing is, like, my parents are really the only people you could bother, and they know everything I do. They're like, go ahead, fucking get in their inbox, give them a call. They're just gonna be like, yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, he's crazy. He does stuff. Like, what do you want from me? Like, there's not shit they can do to me. That's the benefit of being a recluse, you know? Like, I rent a house from my parents. So what are you going to do? I work for my friends, you know? Like, there's not, like, you're going to call the office and expose me? Like, good luck, asshole, you fucking retard. Like, I have nothing you can take, and I just dox myself. I don't give a shit. And I think that's something they like about me, too, because I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. No. I'm a racist? Yeah, I guess I'm racist. Yeah. Zig Heil. Heil Hitler. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Here's my face. Yeah. My name's Sean Moeller. I live in Euclid, Ohio. You know, like, I'll tell you just about everything short of my exact address. Because that's inviting trouble. But, you know, you make it so they can't fuck with you. You know, like, if you're afraid of being doxxed, if you have shit to lose, you know, I get it. But, you know, there ain't shit you can take from me, so go right ahead. Go ahead and try. So they are skittish. Yeah. They are skittish, which is funny. Like, I'm more based in red pilled than the fucking president of our chapter. Don't tell him I said that, though. Yeah, oh no.
Yeah, the only thing I was concerned about is, like, my parents are nowhere near red pilled, and my sister is, like, the meekest person on the face of the planet. Like, literally, you raise your voice, and, like, she sometimes cries. And so it's like, I can't expose them to this stuff. They're not ready for that.
Yeah, I have two younger sisters that I don't really have a good relationship with. I got my mom and my dad that just kind of fucking just know I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do. So there isn't really anything I've got to hide or defend, you know, like, my mom will just, like, literally people, I was on, AOL online, like, trolling some kid when I was like 12 years old that I was friends with. And his mom printed out, like, the chat and brought it over to, my house and showed my mom. And my mom looked at it and looked at her and was like, yeah, what? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Like, get out of here,
I'm a
lady.
little bit jelly. Because, so I posted a picture. So my roommate, one of my past roommates, stepped out of line. So I hit him in the face, and I accidentally knocked him out. And I hit him, like, right here, and it burst like a blood vessel. And so, like, his whole face was covered in blood.
Okay.
And when he came to, he thought it was hilarious. We all had a good laugh.
Yeah.
And so we posted it to our social medias, and some concern troll called my mom, I'm worried about PJ. Oh, darn. And my mom is, like, super loving, but she's also, like, kind of, like, she's in the medical system, so she believes that, like, they're out for our best, like, well-being, which obviously they're not. So then she did the responsible thing to do and called the proper authorities, and I got sent to a mental insane asylum for 3 days.
Oh, God. That's some shit. So, like, the opposite of my story.
Pretty much, bro.
Like, the exact opposite. Like, my mom's just like, what? Like, bitch, why are you at my house? And your mom's like, well, we have to do the right thing here. Like, is she the Japanese one?
She is.
There we go.
Obviously. Obviously, she's the Japanese one.
Right? Very traditional. Very, very law-abiding people. We love the Japanese.
Yep. Don't tell them anything you don't want the cops to know.
Yeah, that's the move. That's the move. But I don't let them. You know, there's definitely a power in just saying, like, yeah, fuck you. What? Oh, I'm a racist. Oh, you caught me. Oh, I said nigger. Oh no, my life is ruined. Like, if you don't give a shit, there ain't a thing they can do to you, really, other than like try to hurt you. And I welcome that. Go ahead, because God protects me. So and I don't go out there. I mean, I will go out there with the Proud Boys, but really our intention is to defend the innocent. So I'm not really going out there to find some communist and attack them. I'm going out there to make sure that good, decent American people who want to have their freedom of speech, want to go and, defend what they think's right, if they get attacked, well, I'm going to attack you. I'm going to defend you. So I don't go out and seek violence. If violence comes to me, then I know God has me protected. So it's like, buddy, if you want to come to my house, you find out where I'm at, and you really want to come hurt me, like, good fucking luck. Because you might think you're sneaking up on me in the middle of the night, but something's going to wake me up. And I'm going to feel something weird. And I'm going to go grab that Wasser 10. And I'm going to go look around the house, and I'm going to just catch you fucking coming right in the door, bro. You're not going to have a chance. And I just know that's how it's going to work. And if it doesn't, then it's God's will, and I get to go to heaven. So I really can't lose.
Agreed. And Grumpy Blues Bear says, if I speak truth with passion like Big Bear, my mom calls the cops on me.
Yeah, man, a lot of moms will do that, you know, and it's not their fault. They were raised in this society, this culture. They're just doing what they think is right, even though it's wrong.
Yep.
That's really what it is at the end of the day. Well, you have
and
to
that's just like, that's one of the many negative effects of being brainwashed, and that's okay.
Yeah. Like,
it is what it is.
We were talking about the like how you don't like when people change words, especially when it comes to religion, and that's like, you got to have like a line there. But I mean, and if you don't like defend the meaning of words, well, you end up in a situation like today. Someone put a post up on Facebook right before I caught a 30-day ban. And someone put a post up, and it said, "Way to go, pro-lifers. Like, Planned Parenthood's not funded anymore. You think it's just, yeah, yes, you think it's just about abortion? Like, now all these cancer patients can't get their test, and all these health services that low-income people rely on, and blah, 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 blah." And so, like, I see that post, and I go right to the main thing, and I hop in the comments, and I put a video up, because that's the thing I like to do. Is like I control you by like putting a little paragraph that would get lots of attention and reactions. But what really gets people's goat is when I'll just put up a video of my face. And I put up this video today, and I said, "Hey, here's an idea. How about you make a place that provides all of those services, but I don't know, doesn't murder babies?" And then people like me won't do everything they can to have it shut down. We'll actually support you. But you don't actually care about those things. You just want to keep killing babies. And I put that up, and all these people are just commenting. There's like, it just shows how stupid you are. Like, it's not murder. Murder's a legal term. Murder's when you kill a person. I'm like a baby? And
My point exactly.
And they're like, "No, that's not murder. That's just a clump of cells." Like, oh my God, that was some powerful wizardry, because it's turned a generation of young women into Moloch worshiping she-demon whores that will fucking throw their babies into the fires of Moloch and not even know that's what they're doing. And they're just so comfortable with the idea of snuffing out a life, you know, when it's in its most innocent stages, when it's in its most fragile and unprotected stages. They don't even think that they're killing something. And it's just like, guys, you are.
Well, to be fair, it's been worse already. Like how the book of Ecclesiastes says that there's nothing new under the sun. And the book of Enoch, it specifically states how women would take these special little potions so that they would never have babies. Like, they would sterilize themselves because the men of that time lusted after women who had were unable to have babies, who had yet to have a baby. It's a whole like deep, dark thing. And so, like, yes, we're killing babies, but we're not quite like completely sterilizing everyone because they want to pump a little bit longer.
Exactly. And but it's like, man, you can't start changing the definition of things. You know, when you do
Exactly.
that, it just leads into this place where everything's relative, and you can change the definition of a word to change your morals, and it's very sad where we're at. And I used to, and thank you to Owen, because I used to really have a lot of animosity towards these women. I used to hate them. And now I know that it's not their fault, that they've been led astray and failed by men. The men are weak, emaciated from pornography and from materialism and from all this trash that our society's become. And they didn't have a strong father to protect them and say, "No, that's sacred. You know, you have a gift from God to create life. And that's what makes you powerful, not strength. You are not a man. You will never have the strength of a man, but you have a power that a man will never have, the ability to create life inside your body. And that is a sacred gift from God." They didn't have a strong man to say that to him. And then,
unless you take HGH, then you can turn into a man.
There you go. Very good. There, problem solved.
Have the babies, take the HGH, have your cake and eat it too.
There you go. There you go. Then you can, yeah, well, guess what? Your muscle density, your bone density, you'll never be able to match it. I don't care how many drugs you take. When they dig up your skeleton 1,000 years from now. It'll be like, well, look at the waist to hip ratio. This is a woman.
Well, have you not seen the documentary Captain America?
Well, fuck Jab Bear. Jab Bear, this has been a lot of fun. I need to get to bed because I
Agreed.
have to get up at 5 a.m. for the Legion. I've already fucked myself.
Dude, it was absolutely fantastic talking to you. Let's do it again soon.
Yeah, man, it was a pleasure. We'll definitely do it again soon. I've been meaning to, so we won't even count this one. We still got our first stream coming up, okay?
All right, sounds good, brother man.
Much love, brother. Take care.
Farewell, friend. The legendary Ohio Fire Bear has left us, and everyone shed a tear. Welcome, everybody. How did you guys enjoy that? What are your thoughts? A lot of you guys in here today. Does anyone have any fun, cool adventures? Cool guys, be cool. Are you trying to calm everyone down because everyone's so excited? Oh yeah, for sure. He's pretty fantastic. I enjoy speaking to that guy. Ohio Fire Bear. Good to hear, GDI guy. Glad you enjoyed it. Not really. You just said you loved it, asshole. Make up your damn mind. How dare you? Jesus. You spam my DMs. Okay. I'll check that out after the stream. Bajo Bear, little mini toe. What's up with you, bro? You would talk about it in public, though? I don't know what you mean, Ban 2.0. LOL, no stories. No stories! So you just, oh wait, no, you were just chilling earlier. You're good. I was about to say you're boring, but you're just chilling and crushing, so you're good. A humor Zeitgeist. Bajo Bear. Pray, please, tell us more. And don't be afraid to show your little face. I know you look like a toe right now, but one day your hair will grow back. Ban 2.0. If you beat Bajo Bear to the punch, feel free to jump on. And Bajo Bear wins the race. Tartarian, welcome, brother.
What's up, you beautiful bastard?
Oh, I just realized I haven't told anyone here the story I have for today. But your thing first.
Oh, so anyway, Trina was talking earlier about something about vaccines and how a lot of like polio may have caused the boomer mentality. And I was thinking that vaccines play a big role in the zeitgeist of a lot of people. Like, I think a lot of millennials did get like the chickenpox vaccine at the time. So like 90s, 94, that was like pretty big. And I was thinking like, if maybe somewhere down the road, that's why like if you look at millennial humor, like memes and shit, it's just like this. It's like I don't have a meme of it. I can't show you guys, but it's like boomer humor. I hate my wife, and then it's like millennial humor. I hate my life, and then Zoomer humor. It's like a random ass word, and it's deep fried meme. It's like haunts, and it's like super hilarious for Zoomers. You see what I'm saying? And I think vaccines play a big role in that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, the polio vaccine got these boomers to be more, you know, hippy dippy kind of shit, and then millennials got smallpox, and so they were like, "Oh man, I'm a loser," kind of humor. It's like if you look at a lot of, I don't know, like they have like a weird mentality too, like millennials. Like they have like a.
Common core humor.
It's like yeah, it's like unfunny. It's like almost like they do something. They're like, oh, I did this, I guess, and it's like
Like it's mean spirited.
yeah, like but like down, like they're like yeah, I built this, check it out, and then it's like the fucking Eiffel Tower out of toothpicks, and you're like, dude, that's fucking dope, and you're like, yeah, I guess, and then like Zoomer humor, it's like, I'm not gonna apologize for the Crusades, and it's like a little fucking Shiba Inu fucking Crusade armor, and like that's fucking hilarious, but. I think it has a
That is
big,
pretty funny.
yeah, it is pretty funny, but it's like I think it has something to do with vaccines a lot. I don't know how to explain it. It's just something in my head that popped up. What else?
Interesting. That, please work on that more and like report
Dude, that's all.
when able.
I don't know where to go with that though, because it's like I have to wait for the memes. It's like as it's happening, the memes are coming out, and then I look at the memes and I'm like, that says a lot more than than they just showed right now. Like it's almost like an autistic humor, but it's somewhat based. Like when I think Obi right now he put a YouTube video where it's like there was letters in the shoes of the museums, and I was like, what the? And then it's like all these Zoomers most likely like put money down, where it's just like was it written in ballpoint pen, blah blah blah, all these things. Oh wow, 6 million letters with the 6 million pairs of shoes. Wouldn't it be 12 million pairs of shoes? 12 million notes per shoe? Because then there's and then maybe there's an amputee, like that's like Zoomer humor, and then millennial is like, I guess they found that kind of stuff if you want to, and then boomer.
My first thought is I wonder if there's been like a sociological research paper written.
I doubt
I'd
it.
be curious to read that.
I doubt it, but I feel like there would be because there's no way. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. But what else? I recently found out some people were saying that they wouldn't trust me with a gun, and I was like, I'm like the most safe with anything, like even with like a fucking scissors and a tool. I work on planes. I have to make sure no one dies. Like if I don't put safety wire on a propeller and it flies off, it's like, sorry, I lied and said I did it. I just killed 200 people on a plane. Sorry. No, it's like, dude, it's a fucking like instant kill. I can't fuck around with that shit.
Dude, what's the top Call of Duty gets like triple kill, quadruple kill?
Oh, Halo? It's like Mount
the next one?
Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, something like that.
Multi-kill. All I know is it goes like, it says your name, it's like, JapJap is in the lead. That's all I know.
Bravo has killed the entire team.
Oh yeah, GMOs. I was thinking stuff like that. Like this, like I think this plays a big role in like humor. It's obviously a poison. What else? I mean, I really don't have much to talk about. Let's see. I don't know.
All right, so today I was at the Veterans for Trump rally, and it was like Mike Pence, I guess, was speaking. I don't know. I didn't watch him. But I was there as a volunteer, and for the first time at any one of these events, there was like this super like Secret Service checkpoint for your cars before you even drove into the area. And so I got there 15 minutes early, but I ended up being a half hour late because I was in that line just waiting for 45 minutes. And once I finally got into the line, because it was like probably 30, 40 minutes away from me, I realized, oh, they have drug dogs. I have a lot of marijuana in my car. Oh, wait, I've been smoking pot the whole way over here. Uh-oh. And so, like, as I'm getting closer and closer to the front, I alternate between, like, should I be worried? Nah. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. Nah. And then finally, like, I get up to the front, and like they use the mirrors to check under my car and everything.
Yeah.
And then they asked me to like, shut my car off and get out. And I just go up to the guy in charge, like, hey man, I'm a veteran and I've got pot in my car, just FYI. And he's like, all right, cool. We're checking for explosives. You've got nothing to worry about.
No, the marijuana has anthrax. Sorry, so you.
So I get through the checkpoint, I get in, and like I'm in charge of like organizing like the lines and stuff like that, and like I do the whole like get everybody into the event, and it starts at like 1, and about 1:10, 1:15 ish, I'm like, all right, it's chow chow munchie time. I'm hungry, and so I go to the lead coordinator. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go get some lunch, and I'm gonna leave. And she's like, all right, I'm about to leave too. I'll walk out with you. Is that great? And so then she gets caught up doing something else, and because I parked in the like special media parking lot, I was like apparently that was like the special boy parking lot because as I was walking out to my car, the vice president's motorcade was coming in, and so like first there was like this whole line of over 100 motorcycle cops, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And so then I get into my car, and I was like, oh wait, they probably have this locked down. And so there's a cop just a couple feet away. I'm like, hey, like what's going on? Like, can I get out or is it all locked down? He's like, oh yeah, dude, it's for sure locked down. But let me see what I can do. I was like, all right, great. And so he walks off to go talk to his supervisor or someone. And then I realized, oh no, I forgot my water bottle. And so got on my car, went back, got my water bottle, and then by the time I returned to my car, as I was walking back out, the motorcycles had all parked, and now the like vice president's motorcade with all like the heavy duty like SUVs was literally so like when you walk like between the lines in a parking lot, how like there's one set of cars here and there's one set of cars here,
Yeah.
but like they can drive through. As I was like leaving like at the back of this and like walking towards my car, all these like, SUVs were just driving right next to me, right by me. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. And so then I get back to my car, and turns out that the like sheriff or cop guy or whatever, he served in the army, and he was in Afghanistan 2 years before I was, and so we were just like shooting the shit about like deployments and stuff, and then his sergeant came over and like specially organized this little exit so I could get out, like even though the whole place was locked down.
That's cool.
It was super dope.
That was the story I missed?
Yeah.
Sick.
Well, now you've heard it, so you didn't miss it.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Fucking man.
Did you just time travel?
Maybe. Let's see. I mean, I really don't have much. I know you wanted. I don't got no gravy. I just want to say hi.
Hi.
Hi. All right. I'll see you.
And band. If you're still on, now it's your turn. Is band even still on?
Yo, what's good,
Woohoo!
people?
What's up, man?
What's up, JapJap Bear?
How you doing, brother?
I'm alright. I'm just here hanging out, enjoying the day as events unfold. But pretty cool stream you guys had. I was actually what set me off a little bit earlier was when you mentioned about you getting doxxed. And I was like, because you started talking about it, and I was like, oh shit, that kind of happened to me. Because this dude, I was talking to this girl on Facebook, and I commented something about her going to college or something, and then this dude jumped in my DMs and was.
You're breaking up, brother, man. Some dude jumped into your DMs, and then the white circle of loading. You look very serious, though. And you've got a pretty nice haircut, so like, good on you for your nice haircut. However, I save money by not getting my haircut. Fun fact, while we're waiting for the loading, oh, he's gone. Van 2.0 is gone. But if you want to come back when you have a better connection, feel free. I'm sure you had a really fun, well, not fun, but you had a gravy story concerning doxing for us. But now that we're on the topic of hair, the reason why I'm growing all this craziness out is because if you are unaware, in the Vietnam War, the Navajos were specifically recruited for their tracking skills. Handy Adam, welcome, welcome. And after the first round of Navajos was recruited for Vietnam, they got their special little army haircut, shipped off to Vietnam. Lo and behold, no special boy tracking skills. And the army was like, what the fuck? So they sat down in the little research chairs and did some little research. And turns out they hypothesized that the neural connections that are in your hair had some sort of effect on their ability. Zuma huma, zuma huma, zuma 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 huma. That the neural pathways in the hair had some sort of effect on these Navajo tracking abilities. So the next round of Navajos that was recruited and sent off to Vietnam, they let them keep their hair, and they kept their abilities. Surprise! And so I've read about that quite extensively, and I'm curious to see what happens. So what my plan is to let my hair just keep growing out, and then at some point in the future, I'm just going to be like, it's time to cut my hair. And I'm just going to cut it all up to back how it used to be, and give myself a nice little shave. And band, welcome, welcome. Feel free to jump back on. And but just FYI, everyone, we've got like 20 minutes left before the end of tonight's episode. No worries, dude. It happens all the time. And after I cut my hair, I want to see if there's some sort of like tangible, quantifiable effect of a decrease in my intelligence. You see what happens. Worst case scenario, I get stupid, and then I just regrow my hair and get smart again. Woo!
All right, yeah, I don't believe in coincidences that much. So, but yeah, so anyways, this dude like jumped on my DMs and was like telling me a bunch of stuff, like, and then he started saying, I know who your family is, I know where you're from, and I can make something happen, and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, and then he said, your mom is so and so, and this and that, and I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, whatever, dude. And then I said, like, what's up? Like, we'll see. I said I could find out stuff about you too. And then he's like telling me all this stuff that like he's like military and whatever, right? And then so my mom calls me up and says, who's this guy that's telling me all this stuff about you? And he threatened me and threatened you and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't. What is tripping? Oh, wait.
So after we heard about the threats to your mother from a military man, we got the loading circle of whiteness again, which is ironic because the circle is wider than your skin. In this case, whiteness is, oh, you're back. I was going to say, in this case, whiteness is a bad thing.
Hey, my signal keeps getting cut because I keep talking about this, dude. But there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Let them try the, how do you call that, shadow band. It makes me laugh. It makes me want to talk about it more. But, so anyway, so my mom called me up and she's like, what's this guy and what's saying? I was like, I'm just ignore him. Like, don't worry about it. And then she called me back and she's like, oh, you know who that is? She's like, that's the drummer for your uncle's band. She's like, that's the new drummer they got. And I'm like, what new drummer? Like I'm thinking like, cause I don't live over there now, you know what I mean? And I don't know everybody that's going on. And I can't keep track of all the drummers that go through, you know, my uncles. There's so many people that go there, right? And so I'm like, who? And she's telling me his name or whatever. And then I was like, all right. And then like after I was, he hit me up and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. I apologize. I I didn't realize who you were, and I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, you know who the fuck I am. Like, you know my family and shit. And then that's when I like realized who he was, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I know who you are. I was like, and you know who my family is, and you wanted to talk shit and scare my mom. I was like, go for it, dude. Like, we'll see what happens. I was like, that's on you, bro. And then so like whatever, right? Like he just blew it off like nothing. I've never heard anything from him, right? Okay, but the point is that I'm sitting here and listening to your guys' stream, and that memory popped up, and so I wanted to remember that, so I messaged you and told you about that, right? But why? Why did that pop up now? And then in light of like things that are happening, because like, all right, like I'll just go into it. Like my cousin was found dead. Her and her husband were found dead like a month ago in New Mexico, where I'm from.
Mhm.
And it was like it was obviously a hit. They said it was a murder because supposedly there was gunshots, but nobody knows the whole story. Only my uncle, supposedly seen them or whatever, and they were in their home in the mountains. They owned their own mountain. They had a cabin, and the door was locked from the inside. So, and this is typical bullshit of where I'm from, right? From Taos.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm like, what the fuck ever, dude? Like, another unsolved mystery. It's like it's probably like some bullshit, and nobody knows. I have no idea. So fuck it. I know that they were cool people. Whatever they had going on, it's not what people think. It's not what people say. It's not the official story. Like Owen Benjamin says, it's never the official story. But whatever it is, they were cool people, and it's like I know they're in a better place if they're even fucking dead, actually dead. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
I've seen some shit, bro. Like I found two dead bodies that were like suicided. That and it was in a place where like I would hang out, where I never would hang out, but I was at like 2 days before that, and it just so happened that I was there in that spot, and I seen him, and I was like, what the fuck? And I almost like, cause it looked like the dude shot himself or shot his wife and then shot himself, but it also looked like everything was placed there to the point that I don't even know if it was real or not, right?
Mhm.
But if it was a professional deal. But whatever it is, I took it as a message to me because I worked on the Hillary Clinton campaign on the last election, right? And I was like, this is getting too fucking weird. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
then now, okay, like my friend hit me up and is telling me like a couple years back, he's like, why the fuck are people like following me around and following people around, and they're trying to like give people drugs with like fentanyl, and he's asking me like, how do you counteract fentanyl? Like, what happens if you overdose on that shit? And I had to look that up and tell him like, it stops your heart, it stops your lungs. You just got to take like some fucking like Tylenol or aspirin or whatever to counteract it, or some ibuprofen, and then and just like write it out. No, don't fucking nod out. And then because a lot of people take that shit, right? No, but apparently they thought I did. But yeah, so anyways, nah, and then okay, so all this weird stuff's been happening, right? And I've been dealing with like some like personal like issues or whatever, and yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. But it's like it's all bullshit, dude. And like, okay,
So I don't
so
want to cut you off, but we've got 40 seconds left before this stream ends, and I only do 2 hours a night. So it seems and sounds like, with the conjunction of your family's death in the cabin just a month ago, and then you hearing this whole doc story and us like kind of going back and forth, it sounds like you definitely, in addition to like the personal things that you were talking about that you're going through right now, that there's a lot of like unresolved things in your heart. And so I would encourage you to just spend some time like alone with God and just really give those things up to him. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. It's 49. We still have 10 minutes. Yes.
All right. All right. So, all right. So check it out. So like, um, so what happened was I started noticing a lot of people. Okay, well, this just fucking happened. Okay, like, one of my younger cousins that lives out here fucking got a sugar daddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was telling me some stuff about him. And then right around that time, because I told her like, um, I told her like, fuck that dude. Like whoever he is, he's a piece of shit. He's a fucking boomer. You know what I mean? He's like almost her dad's age, like 55 years old, fucking with a 18-year-old, right? And so and giving her money, so that should tell you everything about him, right? And then I'm like, okay, who the fuck is this guy? And then I started putting pieces together, and I asked her, and she's like, how do you know that? How do you know that? And she got like scared, right? Next thing I know, I have like people following me around and shit, dude. And then that's when I heard from my friend, well, who are all these fucking people that are following people? He's like, they're coming after you too. And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, there's fucking just people everywhere, I guess. I don't fucking know. And so like, but the crazy shit is why now in this conversation am I talking about this, right? Because I'm putting shit together. Because like today, my cousin hit me up, and out of the blue, like we don't really talk that much, and I was like, I was just like, what's up, whatever. I didn't bring up shit, right? I just like talking to her like whatever. And then she showed me like her TikTok, and I went on her page and I was looking at her TikToks, and there's one of her holding a gun with a pistol with the laser sight. And I was like, oh, I was like, that's a nice gun. And then I thought, oh, is that gun like meant for me? Like, do they think I'm gonna go like try to go in their house and start some shit? Because if it came to that, like they wouldn't be able to use that. You know what I mean? Like I already know the kind of person like this dude. Like I don't know him, but I could already imagine like how it would go down. And then I thought, or is that like a warning to me? Like they're gonna come after me? And I'm thinking this, right? Like this, all this shit's going through my mind as I'm talking to them, and I'm just like, okay, what's the common denominators of all these little occurrences? And then like I was like, okay, dude makes a threat. Okay, people follow people around, people get killed. Okay, I see people threatening me, whatever. Okay, whatever. But, you know, am I gonna have to go get myself a new gun? Like, not go buy a gun, but am I gonna have to go like take away this dude's gun because he's a fucking idiot? You know what I mean? And that's like the shit. That's why it's like kind of funny, like the story that Ohio Firebear was telling, because it's like, yeah, let's go find these dudes and it's like fuck with them. It's like that's kind of where I'm at right now. Not really like but at the same time, it's like, wait a minute, like people in my family are dying. You know, who's really responsible for this? Is this dude just like there? Like, is he set up? You know what I mean? Like, is he fucking with my cousin, like, to try to get to me? Like, somehow he figured out who she was, and you know what I mean? And now it's like, this is just what happens when, like, when you fuck with, like, gammas. You know what I mean? That's what gammas do until you don't, like, take their shit anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm learning that, but I'm also learning how to, like, deal with it, too, because, you know, I mean, like, on a daily basis, I'm, like, dealing with people, and, yeah, when it comes down to it, it's, like, I have to do a lot of reflection on myself and just kind of, like, you know, make sure I'm straight before I even try to, like, deal with anybody, because, you know, I'm not the most violent you know, I'm actually pretty chill, which I kind of like. I like your vibe, you know what I mean? But I like all you guys' vibe in some way or another. But you know, like when it comes to family, dude, that's when I fucking like trip out. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. But it's like, fuck it, dude. If that's how far people are gonna go to try to fuck with me, dude, it's like whatever, bro. You know, karma's a motherfucker. I don't wish bad on anybody, but it's like people are gonna do what they do. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like your video is like gone, like it's there, but it's just like loading. Yeah, dude, and that's where I don't. You know what I mean? It's not even like funny or cute anymore. It's past the point of like they're just trying to fucking like they're still trying to fuck with me if that's what's going on, or if not, it's whatever. But it's still bullshit. You know what I mean? Like all these little things that people do is like it's bullshit. You know, and if people were honest with themselves, they wouldn't have to do all this and that. You know? Yeah, exactly. Like, um, you know, people like the fact that they have to hide what they do means that they know that what they're doing is fucked up. You know, it means that they're willingly doing it, right? That they know they're not right. Um, so I could call them out, right? Like, and see, and that's why I'm learning too. Is like I'm learning how to like ask questions. I'm learning how to test people. So it's like okay, like I right, yeah, and like you know, I see things or I notice things, you know, and like where before I'm just like, whatever, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden something comes up and it's like, oh, okay, like, what does that mean? You know, what's the significance? And me just having to be chill because, like, yeah, I get fired up too, but but it's like, you know, I already went through all that, and now I'm just kind of watching all the like pieces come together because, and I'm not even saying like, oh, it's a big conspiracy or anything.
So, Band 2.0, we've got about 2.5 minutes left, and you've been talking for about 7.5 minutes here on these various things. And would you be able to succinctly describe how the event of the sugar daddy with your cousin and then the Facebook man who DM'd you and was a drummer with your uncle's band, like how are those two events related, and like are you saying that because you worked on the Democratic like campaign a while back that like the they is trying to get to you in like the most convoluted, like least logical way possible? Got about a
No,
minute and a half. And
I'm
like make a
saying
succinct.
that I'm saying that it's kind of like a coincidence that like it happened like that, or like just the fact that like those two subjects came up at in the same train of thought. You know what I mean? Like it, like I linked them together in my mind. I'm just like, okay, these two thoughts crossed my mind at this time. Why? What's uh linking them? And both of them is having to do with like putting someone's life in danger or showing that there's a death or a fake death, right? And that's the only thing is I brought up the
I
Hillary
think there
Clinton
might
thing.
be some other hypotheses that you might want to explore there.
Oh shit.
And now he's gone. Well, no, trainer, we literally have like 30 seconds left. Because like I like to like I'll do like 6 hour streams if I don't like keep myself in lock. So I lock it down, just two 1 hour streams back to back. But Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, Trainer Bear. You have priority. Guys, tomorrow we need to talk.